Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply different types of filters like a blur filter or a grayscale filter, or adjust the hue of a video in native iOS application. So let's get started. So first I will show you how to blur a particular video. So I have two buttons, one is called pick video, one is called save button. If I click on pick video, it opens the video picker. I have already given that photos permission to this, so it automatically gives me the video. So I have just this video. Now once I select the video, it applies this particular transformation. So here you can see it has applied the blur transformation, and as you can see, you can't really see anything. So it has applied all the blurs. As you saw, you were not able to see anything. I'll just rewind this as well. Okay, now the second filter which I want to show you is a grayscale filter. Now there are different filters available. All the CI filters which you have, you can use those CI filters for applying any type of filtering to your video. So for Gaussian filter I am using CI Gaussian blur. For grayscale filter I am using CI photo effect mono. So if I quickly run this, and hopefully it should be, also it is possible to save the video as well once the transformation has been done. So I have the save button as well. So if I click on pick video, I'll just select this particular video, and here you can see that it has applied grayscale to this particular video. So everything is grayscale. So yeah, that's what this video is all about. This transformation is all about. Next is adjusting the hue. So here for that also I will show you the output. Now there are multiple CI filter. I have just selected these three, but if you want you can use whatever CI filter you want. So I'll just click on pick video. I'll select my particular video, and here as you can see it has applied the hue to this particular color. So I'm not sure if it is clearly visible to you, but yeah, hue is definitely applied to this particular video. Now if I want, I can save this video as well. If I click on the save button, here you can see video saved successfully inside the logs. And if I click on pick video again, here you can see I'm able to see two videos. So let's see how to do this. So firstly, create a iOS application, native iOS application. I'm using UIKit, but if you want you can use Swift UI as well. Next I have taken info.plist. So I have edited the info.plist to use this NS photo library usage description, because we need this to pick videos. Now if I go to my view controller, I don't have anything inside my storyboard. Everything is programmatic. So I have first imported photos as well as AVKit. I have also created an enum for some error. Okay, then here we have created our AV player controller as well as this final URL, which will help us to save the URL of the transformed video. I have created a pick video UI button, added some action to it. Save button UI button as well, added some action to it as well. Save button pressed. So if save button is pressed, if the final URL is not nil, then we just call request authorization. If we already have the permission, then we just do photolibrary.shared perform changes. We just do create request for asset from video, pass our file URL. If it is success, we just do it to the console log, and here you can handle your error cases. Next, for picking video, so first we check if the permission is granted or not. So we first check, call this request authorization method, which I have defined over here, and if permission is granted, then we just call pick video. Otherwise we request for permission over here. Now for this I have created one extension which I will show you shortly. But if you come to pick video, we are basically using this PH picker configuration. Selection limit is 1, filter by videos, and preferred asset representation mode is current, and we are just launching our PH picker view controller delegate. So once user sees it, here I have created, so ignore this all for now. I have created one extension called picker. So I created an extension which is extending the PH picker view controller delegate. So once the user sees the photos app or our videos, he will come over here. So basically once he selects a URL, we are fetching that, and here I have created one completion handler, so that depending on whether it was an error or whether it was a URL, we are sending it back to this particular method called handle pick video result, which I will show you shortly. So this is like this logic which you have to write, because we have to save the video some in a temporary location before accessing it. So this is the logic for it. Again, this is like boilerplate code which you have to write. Even I am not really good at this, but yeah, basically you can just copy paste this code, this entire code, because this is not what this tutorial is about. So once we get the URL, we just call our wrap up completion handler, send the URL. If there is any error, we send that error. And here, as I told you, I have created one extension for the photos permission authorization as well. Now if I come at the very top, here you can see once the wrap up is called, we are calling handle pick video result. So if you see, I have defined that particular method. So we get the URL or the error. If the URL is present, then we call apply filter, which I have defined over here. We pass the video URL, then we get the final URL once the transformation is done. Then we basically open our AV player and start playing that particular video. Now coming to our apply filter method, we first use this file manager, then we use an AV URL asset, and then we do AV mutable compensation. Then we add our video to this, get our video and get our audio. Then we create an asset video track with the help of our passing our video, and same for audio as well. Then we find the duration of our particular video. Then we insert the time range. So we want the entire video as well as the audio, so that's what we are doing. Then we do export, like this is my file name, this is the export URL, and if the file already exists, I'm removing that particular file. So be careful with this particular naming. You can add some date time to this so that each file name is unique. Now for blur filter, you can just on comment this particular code and apply blur filter. It is basically like this name is important, and depending on what filter you are applying, you will have to change this bit of code as well. Okay, so this is for Gaussian blur, this is for that grayscale CI photo effect mono, and this is for CI hue adjust. Now here you can see we are using hue angle, which is not present for this photo effect or this particular Gaussian blur. So depending on what filter you are using, you will have to change this particular logic, the inner logic, with what you are applying. But once that has been applied, we are basically creating an export session, passing our URL, file type, optimize for network use true, passing our video compensation and exporting it, and then getting the output URL. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.